Oda Nobunaga, a name that echoes through the annals of Japanese history, was no ordinary samurai. Born into a time of turmoil, Nobunaga emerged from the shadows of obscurity, rising to power with an audacious spirit. This charismatic daimyo of the Sengoku period was known for his bold tactics and innovative approach to warfare. In a time when the sword ruled, Nobunaga dared to tread a different path. He was the first to harness the power of firearms, deploying muskets in his armies and forever altering the course of Japanese warfare. But Nobunaga's ambitions didn't stop at the battlefield. He envisioned a unified Japan, a singular empire under his rule. This vision was driven by his mantra, "Rule the empire by force." Nobunaga was not just a warrior. His vision extended beyond the battlefield, and he was determined to rule with an iron fist. The Battle of Nagashino, a pivotal event in Nobunaga's career, showcased his strategic brilliance and the devastating power of firearms. Nobunaga, with his ally Tokugawa Ieyasu, faced off against the Takeda clan. Outnumbered, Nobunaga turned to his trump card, the musket. He deployed his gunners behind wooden palisades, a simple yet effective defense against the feared Takeda cavalry. As the Takeda forces charged, they fell in droves to the concentrated volleys of gunfire. Nobunaga's clever usage of firearms and fortifications not only decimated the Takeda, but also set a precedent for the future of warfare. The age of the sword was waning, and the era of the gun had begun. This victory marked a turning point in Japanese warfare, as the era of the samurai faced the dawn of modern military technology. Beyond the battlefield, Nobunaga was a force that even the most powerful monasteries feared. The year was 1571, when Oda Nobunaga, undeterred by the spiritual authority of the Buddhist monks, set his sights on Mount Hiei, a stronghold of the Tendai sect. His conflict with these religious institutions was not just a battle for territory, but a clash of ideologies. Nobunaga, a man of the New World, sought to break the old power structures, and the monasteries stood as a formidable obstacle. His solution was as ruthless as it was decisive. He ordered a series of raids, burning temples and homes, leaving no stone unturned. The aftermath was a devastated Mount Hiei and a significantly diminished influence of the Buddhist monasteries. Nobunaga's actions were harsh, but they paved the way for a unified Japan under his control. His ruthless pursuit of power reshaped not only the political but also the religious landscape of Japan. Nobunaga's vision stretched beyond warfare as he sought to unify and modernize Japan. His unification policy was as ambitious as it was audacious. Nobunaga believed in the power of commerce and industry, and his rule saw the abolition of many customs fees, which encouraged economic ties between regions. He also championed the standardization of measurements, an administrative shift that facilitated trade and commerce. But his rule wasn't just about economic reform. Nobunaga was also a master of infrastructure development. He invested in roads, bridges and castles, transforming the physical landscape of Japan. These efforts were crucial in knitting together the disparate regions of the country. Nobunaga's unification policy was not without its critics, and his rule was often marked by an iron fist. Dissent was not tolerated, and he was known to rule with an authoritarian hand. His reign, though brutal, brought about significant changes and laid the foundation for a unified Japan. Nobunaga's ambition was insatiable, but his life was cut short in a tragic twist of fate. In June of 1582, Nobunaga was enjoying a respite at Honnoji, a Kyoto temple. Unbeknownst to him, his trusted retainer Akechi Mitsuhide was plotting his downfall. Mitsuhide's forces surrounded the temple, trapping Nobunaga within its sacred walls. With escape impossible, Nobunaga faced his destiny with the same unwavering resolve he'd shown throughout his life. He chose the path of a true samurai, committing seppuku, a form of ritual suicide, over surrendering to his enemy. Even in death, Nobunaga's spirit remained unbroken. His dream of a unified Japan lived on through his loyal general Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who would eventually achieve what Nobunaga had started. In the face of defeat, Nobunaga chose to die a samurai's death, leaving behind a legacy that would shape the future of Japan.